Hello everyone, welcome to GStuff videos in this GStuff YouTube channel. Today I'm not going to introduce to you a new stuff, a new product, but an old one, a 17 years old device announced in 2007 and released on every shops in 2008. It is the Tonium Pacemaker. Why I'm doing this video? Because you have several, or maybe two different software nowadays to make some things that the Tonium Pacemaker made a long time ago. It's more a special video to say to you that brands nowadays are not very bold to make some new stuff with very big performance, or it's just an upgrade of this new controller. It's just an upgrade of this old controller, etc. But not very, there is a few functions, but not very how can I say, new device. When you open it or when you see it, you make a wow when you see all the functions, etc. So let me introduce why I'm doing this, because you see here you have two different software. You have density, it's an hardware and a software. You have an hardware here, but if you don't have the hardware, you can also plug your, you see, it's if you don't have the density hardware, a laptop can be used to capture a set. So if you don't have the hardware, you can do everything on your computer. And you see it's more like Ableton Live. You have little dots on your curve and you can apply another beat value for your beat FX, another value for your filter, etc., or your reverb, and everything is capped from your CDG and DGM, everything from Prodigy Link. So you move a fader, you can change it on your software. You move an echo, you can change it, etc. We post-prod, to have a better mix, a perfect mix. Okay. Just a word, we are humans. You can have little mistake in your mix. It's not a problem, if you can remake it, or if you can change it to be better. You are a human and you can make mistake. It's not a problem, for me. And you have also DJ Studio, which is way better than the Tonium Pacemaker. Of course, it's 17 years old, the Tonium Pacemaker, but it's more or less the same thing. You have two tracks. You can take your tracks from Apple Music, etc., from your iDrive, and change it with the AI, and make some filter, make some remix, etc. It's a powerful software, but my video is to show you that you had a hardware like that maybe more or less 20 years ago with all this power. So let me introduce the Tonium Pacemaker. So it will not a review, a complete review. I will just show you that you can mix two tracks with FX and cheese on the cake, on the top of the cake. You will see that you can do something on your computer. Of course, you can manage your track from your computer, but you have to have an old computer because the software is not compatible with new computer nowadays. Okay, so you have this interface. You have on the back, you have one button. It's a configuration button, a setting button. You have USB for the power, but you have also another port for the power, and you have a little FX button here. On the front, you will have the screen. You will see there is some information. You will have the search control, but it can be loop. You have deck 1, deck 2. You have a tactile surface, touch surface, touch fader. You can manage your PFL section, your Q section, or you can manage also your master, the fade between the two tracks. Okay, you have a Q button and you have a play button, which can be a reverse or scratch. Let's see on a track. So you can choose your track directly on the iDrive and hard drive, but it's an old one, so the battery life is not enough for the video, so I plug it to have some power. Okay, but you can change. There is a big community on the internet. You can change the battery and choose to, it's a hard drive, you know, an HDD, but you can put it in SSD inside if you want. So let's take the playlist I made for my case, my video, and after let's move on track B to put the track I want to show you with Q button, etc. So I have my track. If I want, I can manage the volume on my speaker. I put it on my speaker, but it's your headphone. And you can also, in the preferences, let's see here, you can manage the volume of the output directly on what you're listening to. Okay, so let's see a little less. And like I said, you have the crossfader, so you can move like that and you listen nothing. If I want in my headphone, I move like that and I'm listening nothing. So let's put on the middle. What is cool with this touch crossfader is that you're not obligated to put your finger every time. You can put like that and you can put here. It will not return to your finger. Okay, you can move like that. It's very, very great function like that. So if I want to make my cue, I push here. There is an auto cue. Of course, there is, if you want to move the pitch, you have also a time stretch to have master tempo. You have your cue button, and if I want to make my own cue button, you can do it with stutter, like okay, or scratch. I prefer scratch. So you play and pause. You go around, you take, and you have your cue. After you have reverse, and you have a loop. In, out. If you don't like this loop, you can arrange it directly like that. It's very, very cool. And you can exit the loop like that. Of course, you can play with 2 tracks. So let's pause it. Let's put the second track. Let's move a little bit in the track. And let's bend this track or match this track to the same tempo. I will put a little volume control for my speaker. So you move the pitch with this button, more or less pitch, and you bend with your finger. And when it's done, you can move. I can do the same in my headphone. And you will have the same thing on the speaker. Easy like that. So let's look around the effects. So you can have EQs. Let's put less sound on my speaker. You can have some effects or like EQ, etc. But you can put 4 different effects you like. You see, 1, 2. No, not 4, 8. Sorry. You have this button here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And with this button, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's listen to the high pass filter. and the manipulation is very easy, very cool. And you have this little button here on the back to apply, engage or not. Very cool. You have low cut, and you can combine with another thing, for example, echo. So let's put a 3/4 echo and filter. And to finish with, when you put a filter on echo, everything can be recorded into a mix. Let's see. I will push mix save. It will be on. Okay, disengage the settings, and let's push the first track. Let's move a little bit. Let's put the second track. Oh, let's move with the fader. For example, or let's move with the FX. I move fast, but you know what I mean. And after, let's see with a little echo. And let's see, I don't want one beat like that, but I want quarter beat or 3/4, okay? Let's see one, and we will see on the computer. Little hand of the mix. Everything is cool, okay. Let's save the mix. Save. It will be called new mix 3. And let's plug to the computer. And let's see what we have. 70 years ago. 70 years ago. So I have to check if Pacemaker is here. Okay, let's move to Pacemaker. It's the software. You can download it for free. It's not a problem. Let's see the mix on the bottom. I choose 3, and you will have the mix. So let's listen to the fade and the filter, or the filter. Of course, there will be the filter after. Okay, and after beat FX, you see here. So remember, I had one beat, but I wanted 3/4. You see, you have one. So let's move the beat. I don't want the dry wet, the wet dry. I want the time. You see, I had, where is one? I had one. Let's see, 3/4. Okay, let's move again. And I have what I want. It's really, really cool. You can move everything. You can move the EQ, but I don't have EQ. You have the X fade. You have the filter, the beat FX, the loop, but I didn't make a loop, a reverse too. So you can manage everything, and every FX, you see, roll, trans, delay. There is no crush. I don't know why, because there is a crush inside, but there is no crush. But reverb will be the same. The reverb is really cool. Let's see the reverb. So let's disengage this, the pacemaker, and let's see, just for the end of this video, let's see the reverb. It's a cool reverb, and you can manage the room, a very big room. Okay, reverb. You see, very little room. Very, very fine. And like I said, when you have a track like this, you can have the reverb like that, the filter like that. Or maybe a roll. See, for example, the roll. Let's see, no, not dry wet, the time, half beat. Etc, etc. So very, very powerful unit. And like I said, I don't know why the brand are so frightened or scared to make. Maybe it's a money problem, but you see, when density project or DJ studio project makes you happy with, oh yeah, you can move the beat, the length, etc., the dry wet, etc. It's really cool. Huh? Yeah, more or less 20 years ago, you could do that directly on this device. Is very powerful, and I don't know why, but Tonium made the key under the door. I don't know if you can say that in English, but the Tonium brand does not exist anymore, and the device was not a very cool sell product, you know, very, very bad selling product, but it was very powerful unit. So I don't know why, but yeah, maybe with this video there is some people who didn't know this device or directly jump on eBay or something like that to buy a new one. Like I said, you can not have a new one, but of course you can change the battery and change the hard drive inside and put an SSD, and it's very cool. You have a very big community with that, and there is some, not review, but there is some tips how to do that if you want to have this unit today and have it for the 20 next year, you know. If you have any questions about this product, feel free, about the Tonium Pacemaker. First, I hope you like this video, this vintage video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask under the video in the comment section. Thank you for watching this one, and see you next content. Bye bye.